Good afternoon, it's Zachary from Zachary Sweeps. Basically what I'm doing is I'm going to sweep this My Fires wood burning stove. It's a 5 kilowatt one, and basically a couple of things that I need to point out straight away is that the fire cement is crumbling away. It's a brand new stove. I come across this all the time. That's why I did a video on how to seal stovepipes properly, and it's amazing that people still do it the wrong way. Because what happens is when you use fire cement, it goes rock hard like cement. That's why it's called fire cement. But the pipes, when they heat up, because they're stainless steel, they expand. So you know, unless you like put it down so it's flush with the collar, it's always going to crack. Or you can put a gasket rope around it to seal it. So what I'm going to do is you'll see that in the video as I go along. But I'm gonna sort that out and then respray it black. So obviously it doesn't look nice. And spend all that money on having a beautiful appliance like that. So a single door one, and yeah, it's really nice. I'm not going to say anything just yet. You'll see as I take all the bits out. It looks a little bit bowed there, doesn't it? On the side there and on that side of the brick. I don't think you can really see it on the camera. Just check the gasket rope. It looks a bit flat, so I'll keep an eye on that. I'll have to chat with the customer about that. So if you can see, it looks. If you look at the sides, it looks like it's going to need replacing, which is kind of strange after a year. And it has moved as well, and we all know why they move. As you can see, if you look at the line at the bottom compared to the line at that side, and it's basically because of the doors being really heavy and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to get it all sorted out for the customer, so it's all ready, all safe. I'll be able to put that back into position. That's what I was saying about when they move that way, it's easy to pull them back out. If you've got hands like mine anyway, it's easy. But sometimes you know, you could do two of you, but I always felt that people get on the way. So yeah, basically we're going to sweep this one, spray the pipes. So I'm going to sort the pipe out first, and then spray it, and then that'd be a job done. Right, now we're going to get cracking and get it all swept and cleaned and safe and ready for the customer to use for the winter time. As you know, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just get rid of all that ash and everything out of the appliance. I've just done an absolute filthy open fire before this one, but to be fair, most of the open fires, they look so much alike that I'm only going to do like the really unusual ones. But oh, you sound like a jet. If you ever get your pipe blocked up, use one of the rods. There you go, look at that, it's gone. It's always, as I said, it's always a good idea anyway to have a nice ash bed inside. So, it's got a few cracks in it, this one. It's a brand new appliance, it hasn't been in that long. But like as I was saying, you can have them brand new and the bricks will crack. A lot of it is to do with delivery, and most of the time. That's like a little scratch there on my half. So yeah, it's, I don't know if you can see. What I'm going to do is just quickly hoover this top out. We won't really want to leave it on there. I'm going to sort that out in a bit, and you'll see how I do it. It's like I wish fitters would stop doing that. You know, just put it in the collar, or you can even clean it from it. You can even put the fire cement inside the actual appliance, or put gasket rope down around the side of it. And then what you'll find is that, you know, it won't crack, and you won't have to keep doing it every year. Now what we've got here is we've got fire bricks on either side, and as I said, does this one just come straight out? Just over that. I always call them fences. There's probably another name for them, but yeah, it's got a big crack along here. It's bowed a little bit. It's kind of interesting, really. I don't understand why it's done that. But I always put my eggs on here. This should normally come out. This bit. It feels really tight. This side's going to come out. Just be really gentle with it. I'll show you what I mean when you see it in a minute. Yeah, it's had water coming down. That's why I have to show the customer that. I think it's because it's got a bird guard fitted on the top of it. We'll get this brick out first, I think, if we can. Get this one out. Yeah, it's can you see that? Let me just hoover it so it doesn't go everywhere. I thought there was a problem with it. That's the problem with these, is they get water in them. Can you see that brick? See that at the end there? That's water damage. As you can you see it's bowed as well. What happens is water gets into them because of what they're made of. They expand. I had one the other day that I'm going back to replace the bricks. I mean, it made them like half an inch thicker. So incredible, really. This should just drop down, but whether it does or not, I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Obviously, we've got to be really careful with this one. I don't really want to chance that. The problem that we've got now is we really need to get this bit out. I'm not sure if this is going to, as I said, they've got water damage on them. I don't think it's going to come out. As you can see, it's got so tight on the sides and everything. You can see it's moved and everything on there. Interesting one. I have to think about things, see where I'm going to go with this one. Right, yeah, it's probably a good job actually that we've come across this one. What's happened is it's all connected to a liner and it's got a bird guard up there, but because of all the torrential rain that we've had, all the water's got down the liner and it's affected all the bricks inside. So I've spoken to the customer and it has to be swept from inside the appliance. So what they're going to do is they're going to order some new bricks for it. I said I'll come back and do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bricks out today, and then because they're getting a smell coming down anyway, so we'll get all the bricks out today. They're going to order some new bricks and everything, but I was just waiting for permission to do it. But look, it's just all crumbling away. It shouldn't do that. Can you see that? It's saturated. They shouldn't be so tight. I mean, it's literally so tight. It should just come out, and it's not. So it's like there's normally enough gap there to get it out, but unfortunately, see, and that's all from water coming down the chimney, as you can see on the other one. So on this side as well, like that's the bottom part of that brick. But it's just all crumbled away, which is a shame. So now, because normally what happens is when you take the bottom part piece out, and then what you do is you lift the baffle plate up, and then this comes out, and it just literally drops out like that. And put that to one side. That one's It's bowed. I'll show you in a minute. Let me just sort this one out. So you can see this is bowed as well. They've all expanded. You can see. Look at that. It's got a kink in it. So it's like it's just literally where the water's come down. It's a shame because it's as I said, it's what it is it's basically it's a brand new stove, and it's just got the wrong top on there. It shouldn't have had a bird guard on there. It should have had a proper cover. Now there's access to the chimney itself. Just got to get a spanner from the van, undo them, and then we can get that down and we can sweep that. So a bit of a challenging job today, but unfortunately what I'll do is I mean even this has got I don't know if you can see that, but I'm glad this has happened, to be fair. Not for the customer, but can you see the hairline fracture that's coming along already? So, and you can see at the sides, look at it, look where the water's been coming down. You can see it's all flaky. So it's and that fracture's starting to come across here. You've got another fracture that's along here. I don't think you can really see it. Oh, it's just a mark on it. But yeah, you can see where it's bowing. It looks really bad actually. Look, can you see that? It's not. See how much it's bowing. So I'm going to stick that at the back here. It's great. I was hoping it didn't have a line. It did say on the instructions that it swept through the appliance, but they got a register plate up there, which is like that thin, and they've got this inspection hatch, which is obviously this thin. So, and then they've got screws on there like that. So just a tad too long. Yeah. So never mind. It is the way it is. So like basically what we've got to do is I'm going to go back to the van. Just get I think they're normally a standard size. So I'll just unscrew them. Sometimes it's always a good idea to leave them hand tight. But this one hasn't been done like that, so I'm just going to go to the van, get my spanners, and I shall be back in a moment. Right, basically what I'm doing now is it's got a baffle plate up here, but it's connected to it's got bolts that are going through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out now, because I might as well clean it all now, and then that's when I come back I can just put the new bricks in, and then it's not going to take long to put the new bricks in. And what I'll do is I'll actually video them so you can see me putting the new bricks in, and then which will be great for you to see. What I try and do is I don't undo one side first all the way, because then you're putting a lot of pressure on this side. So it's always a good idea just to do them both at the same time. Realistically, you don't want to be using a spanner. You really, because like the heat, it's like a lot of things, you really just want them hand tight. Because obviously, like with the pipe, you know, they will expand in the heat. I've seen it so many times, it drives me insane. Like this one, see, it was so tight, but this one actually comes out, I think. So it just drops down, because someone had tightened it right to the top. Tightened it too tight, you couldn't get it out. But look, if you look at it at the back of it, you can see that if it's not right up so tight, you don't even need to use a spanner. Can you see that? These were so tight onto that it wouldn't even budge. But what I'll do when I put it back on is I'll put it on so it's just a little bit loose. So next time I come to do it, I can lift it off and just put it straight through. Because look, I'm going to leave the screws up, the bolts up there, but they literally sit in there, and then they go through into that bit there. So I mean, it's a great one for you to see. And then now I've got the access into the actual appliance itself. I've got fire bricks and all sorts everywhere at the moment. I'm gonna have to ask the customer if they've got a can't get my words out now. Black bin bag, so I can put all this stuff in there. I think I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a hoover. But we're going to do everything else today. So literally, and the customer also wants me to look at getting a rainwater cover top that's suitable for a chimney. If you have the red bird guards on your chimney, I think they're called Euro 5s or something like that. You have to be really careful really with them when it comes to like these sort of appliances. The good thing is that my fires, they haven't been around that long. Well, they might have been around that long, but this particular appliance hasn't been around that long. So to get the parts for it, it's going to be pretty straightforward. And also, it's not the expensive brick, so it's such a shame, really. I mean, even this has got a crack in it. I don't know if you can see that, just down there. So, I mean, when you push that back, it's not flush with this side, so it's interesting. You can see the rust inside. I'll show you in a minute. You can actually see the rust down there. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to hoover that other plate. I've got to say that I'm looking at the rope, how thin it is after it hasn't been in that long. It's like, you wouldn't expect the rope to go that thin, would you, after a year? Quite incredible, really. And then this has been put on too tight, water coming down the chimney. And I'm on the estate here. Obviously I can't tell you for privacy purposes, but there could be a lot of other, like putting screws in a register plate as long as that. It doesn't really say a lot, but I've no idea who fitted it or what. So, and I don't criticise other people's work, but they'll criticise my work. So basically, all that just to put a 6-inch brush up the chimney, eh? So normally, what you do, you'll see when I come back and I put the bricks back in. It's such a simple. I would have had it all done by now. But I suppose in a way it's a good video for you to have seen, a problem chimney instead of just me just constantly just sweeping them all the time. What's going on up there? And they've sealed inside here as well. Weird, isn't it? Nice. Fire cement. Just go up like that. It's been one of them days today. But you get them and you just get on with it and deal with it. But I would prefer to be the person that's dealing with it, to be fair, than other people. Obviously, the 24 years experience comes into effect. Basically, we'll put this in like we normally do. The problem at the moment as well is this weather. It's like 1 minute it's boiling hot, next minute it's at the moment it's just absolutely pouring it down. It's my fault. I approached one of my vehicles on Monday. First time I'd done it all year, and then 2 hours later it decided to rain. And it's like, that's great. And then it's been on and off all week this week. It's been a funny week weather-wise. So what we're doing, we're going to just stick this brush up all the way up to the top. I'm surprised it's not smelling. red ones now, so red for warning, so go slow. But yeah, as you can see, like there's a few things that are wrong with this one today, which is good. Let's see, I'm at the top, coming down now. And you can see this open fire I did earlier, it's horrendous. I had to have it all taped up, sealed round, not taped up, but all sealed round the sides. It's just horrendous. My face is a bit, not so bad now, so I've given it a wipe. But you can't have all good days. I know there was a guy, another sweep, who was saying, like, when are you going to do a bad one? You seem to be getting all the easy ones all the time. And like, well, today's the bad day. I said it'll be coming. I think he cursed me. But yeah, it happens. But this, when you get home at the end of the day, that's the satisfying. It's more satisfying. I mean, I did have a horrendous day on Friday, only because my son helps me with my roof work, and I had to do it all on my own. You forget how easy it is when there's two of you doing it. When there's two of you doing it, you forget how easy it is. It's not too bad up there. Well, I don't know if you'd be able to. It's a bit. You see that? It's not as dusty as it should normally be. I don't know when brushes. I'm so engulfed with bits of brick and all sorts of stuff. Let me just get rid of this sheet first. But to be fair, I mean, it's not fair on the customer because she's listening to me while I'm doing it. But to be fair, you know, it's good to have a problem job so that you can watch and you can see how to deal with it, and just keep calm as well. There's no panic. That's the other thing. A lot of people still flustered, they don't know what to do. I will lift you up. It doesn't seem to be too bad. To be fair, not much dust has come down at all. As you can probably see, I'll go like that because I know there's not much at all. So can you see up into the chimney? Let's see. As you can see, we've got the pipes all clean, so it's literally come down, hit the baffle plate, and then it's come along here. Interesting. I'll show you that rusty bit in a minute. Oh, I'm going to just do with that now. So you can see the evidence of the water. It's not all in my head. I'll put that back in there like that. Wash that up. Really noticed, like I did when I had you looking up there, you could see. I'm probably going to have to replace the back ones as well because they would have expanded as well. That's the thing, if you get water on these bricks, that's why the other ones are more expensive, but obviously they can crack easier. Let me show you, look. See the evidence. Can you see it? Take the what I'm going to do. Hang on a sec. There you go. Just there. Can you see the rust? Just there. That's from where the water's coming down. Can you see it on that side as well? I think it's better to move that. It might be too bright. Let's see. Can you see the colour, different colour of it on that side? Ain't too bad on that side, but you can see the on the wall like that going up. Can you see that? Let me just push that a bit further away. So, and then you can see that there's a hairline fracture on this one. And then if you look at that, you can see that they're not. This one's thicker than the other. Can you see that? That's where it's expanded. Can you see the difference of them as well, where the water gets to them? And then where that's all flat and smooth and nice. And then that one goes the way it does. And look how tight it is on the edge. I mean, you have them tight, but they don't go that tight. That's the problem you end up having when they expand. Look on that side. See? Yeah, perfect example. This brick's fine, even though it's got a hairline fracture there. And it's all flat and it's fine. It's got a little bit of watermark up there. Can you see just up there? But like, look down there, it's fine. Look at the gap. See the gap there? Right, and obviously these can only go in so far because they've got this vent at the back. But look at this side here, where the water's got to it. It's expanded on it. And look how it's all crumbled away at the front as well. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Amazing. Just what water can do. And you can see the rust at the base of it. That's why we've had to break it up to get out. Look. It is what it is. But yeah. And then there's an inspection hatch there. I've had a look up here. And like, I was hoping it wasn't lined, to be fair, so that the customer could use these bricks for another year, and then next year I'd replace them and do it that way. Because what I do is, if I have to take the bricks out, I always say to the customer, I will replace them free of charge, because I have to take them out anyway. But on this one, we're going to do the whole lot, so we get it all watertight and everything for her. So I will be coming back to do the roof job another day, charge her a little bit for just putting the bricks back in, but I will record it, so you'll see there'll be a part 2 of this job. I'll make sure that you see it. Well, I'm just going to finish this video off now, and I'm going to give it a good old clean up, tidy up, chuck all these bricks in the bin, and look at the threads on them screws. Yeah, they only need to be about a quarter of that thickness, but what I've done is I've sprayed the pipe. It all dry matte black, so there was a couple of marks on that, so I thought I'd get everything like this all done now, and you can see the rust quite clearly now, and we'll get it all looking like brand new again. So you can see on this side as well, see where the water's been coming down the side. There's even rust up there, can you see it? So it's like it's a shame and all it is just the wrong covering over the top of the chimney. I might do a carry on of this video just to show you what sort of cover it's got up there. So as I said, but I'm very conscious about privacy, because I don't want to be showing people's property. So it'll be a quick, I might just do a photograph of the actual cowling on there. So just be aware of them if you've got them on there and you have one of these type of appliances installed. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to give it a good clean up because I've got to go off to my next job. Have a great afternoon from Zachary Sweeps. Well, just a quick follow on from that video. Excuse the weather conditions because they are absolutely atrocious. This is typical Sussex in August. It's absolutely glorious day today, but the cowling that they've got on top of their chimney is I think they call it Euro 5. But basically, as you can see, it doesn't stop any of the elements coming down, and that's why they've had the issues in their chimney. Obviously I'm just showing you the chimney and nothing else, for privacy reasons, but basically that's what we're going to do, is we're going to replace that and and put like some sort of anti-rain cover on there, so they won't have this issue again, because obviously once they've got the bricks in, I don't particularly want to be sweeping it once a year and having to come and sort that out every time it needs sweeping. So you know, like so basically what we're going to do is we're going to replace that, and we'll do a video on that. Well, maybe a few photographs or something like that. But I just thought I'd finish this video off. I know I've already said goodbye, so I'm not going to say goodbye again. But yeah, that's the culprit. That's why the water's coming down, because it's got a rainwater cover top, which is about as much used as a chocolate fire guard, because it's great for the water coming downpours. But if it's driving rain, if it's raining and the wind's blowing at the same time, which is exactly what it's doing now, that's not going to do anything to stop the water coming down. And if it's coming connected to a liner that's going all the way to the top of the wood burning stove, and that's why the bricks have expanded, and that's what's happened to it. So you know, like there's quite a few. This is a new build estate where I am. Obviously they're not covered for bricks and things like that, and then obviously replacing the cow, so they'll be putting having to pay for this out of their own pockets. But I will say this, if you are thinking about getting something installed, remember that about these bird guards, because they do bird guards that actually have a different type of rainwater cover top on them, and they also do have them with you know, you can have different cowls on. But anyway, I'm not going to carry on because I've been here way too long, and as you can see, it's blowing and I'm getting wet slowly. So from Zachary, have a great day.